So here I am thinking, okay, I've done my final videos. We're going to have a break. We're going to give you guys a break. Enjoy your summer. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. No. How ignorant of me. I'm not going to get a holiday. This is ridiculous. News just came out today that the Liberal Party is refusing in New South Wales to learn from like 5 election losses. Which election losses? They lost in the Queensland election in October 2020. They lost in WA in early 2021. They lost in South Australia. They lost in Victoria recently. They lost in the federal election. And you'd think after all of those losses, they would think, you know what? Maybe we shouldn't do captain's picks. Maybe we should let the members in the Liberal Party decide who runs for the party. But no, not at all. In the federal election, you might remember me saying these 12 captain's picks that Scott Morrison has picked, they're going to lose. And they did lose. 11 out of the 12 captain's picks that happened in the federal election, they lost. So news just came out today that Dominic Perrottet and Matt Keane, Matt Green, in their abundant knowledge, have decided that they need to do captain's picks because they know better than the membership in the Liberal Party. But you know what? A man named Matthew Camenzuli, who I've talked to about before, he has actually made the point. He's actually the guy, by the way, that took Scott Morrison to court before the federal election because Scott Morrison also did captain's picks. He's the one that was also kicked out of the Liberal Party and off the state executive just before the federal election. And Scott Morrison ended up losing. Anyway, the news is, and I'll get to the point, the news is that the new Liberal Alliance Choice 200 is set to roll out independent candidates in New South Wales election. So what's happened is Dominic Perrottet is looking like he's going to do captain's picks, him and Matt Keane, and the Conservatives in the Liberal Party, they're not having it. They're not having it. They're like, you know what? Screw you, Dominic Perrottet. If you're going to do that, we're going to run our own candidates. So this is from the Daily Telegraph. I'm going to read the article out to you, and then we'll have a bit of a discussion. A wealthy former Liberal and a group of frustrated Conservatives have the potential to cause a major headache from the government at the state election. A millionaire ex-Liberal has secretly formed an alliance of so-called true blue independents, Conservatives, who are preparing to run their own candidates at the state election. In a major headache for the New South Wales coalition, former party official and IT tycoon Matthew Camenzuli has formed Choice 200, a collective not unlike the Climate 200, founded by Simon Holmes à Court, which helped support the Teal independents in the federal election, but it's conservative. The movement has been established in response to ongoing interference by party heavyweights in pre-selections, with Choice 200 members already holding discussions with potential candidates. The candidates include sports stars, business people, an entertainer, a paramedic, and a former serviceman and woman. Its platform will have 3 key political elements: cost of living, housing, and energy security. Seats to be targeted include Epping, held by Dominic Perrottet, the Premier; Hornsby, held by the Treasurer, Matt Keane; Goulburn, Parramatta, Penrith, Riverstone, and Winston Hills. Mr. Camenzuli took then PM Scott Morrison to court at the federal election when Mr. Morrison intervened to save incumbent MPs. Matthew Camenzuli said there was evidence of similar interference by factional power brokers at the upcoming New South Wales level. Instead of holding plebiscites where members voted in the most suitable candidate, pre-selections were being cancelled, candidates were not being endorsed, or vetting committees used to strike out unsuitable contenders, he said. Mr. Camenzuli said that the Choice 200 collective would proceed with rolling out candidates should the New South Wales Liberal Party continue to run interference in key state pre-selections or the upper house ticket. We are not radicals. This is what Matthew said. We are not radicals. This is a collective of frustrated true liberals, business people, commentators, who will find and support candidates should the party continue to interfere with the pre-selections. I love the Liberal Party, but many of us believe it's lost its way. There are enough frustrated Liberals out there to have candidates in a number of seats. We have a website and are ready to launch should the party not finalise its pre-selection in the upper house by the end of January and the lower house by Christmas without interference. My message to the factional hacks and part brokers is this: it's democracy, stupid. Mr. Camenzuli was a member of the New South Wales State Executive when he took his failed legal action to try to overrule Mr. Morrison's intervention and was stripped of his party membership, but had a loyal, growing support base within the Liberal Party. While donation caps prevent Mr. Camenzuli from donating more than $7,000, he said the movement of seasoned campaigners offered prospective candidates and the expertise and know-how in raising funds and campaigning. Wow, there's a lot there. There is a lot there. And I want to get your thoughts on this, guys. Now, I'm launching this poll there. What do you think? Do you think that, would you rather vote for some of these true blue candidates? Would you rather vote for these conservative candidates, many of which might be freedom candidates? I'll do some research on that. Or would you rather vote for the captain's picks from Dominic Perrottet and Matt Keane? This is going to be interesting. Now, as you guys know, in the federal election, New South Wales got like 110,000 How to Vote card downloads from the Turning Point How to Vote cards. In Victoria, we increased our downloads by 50%. So if we increase New South Wales by 50% to 165,000 downloads, we're going to have a very vital role in this election. And these candidates that are coming up, it's going to be really interesting to see where they land on all the policies that we put out, freedom policies, the lockdowns, the jabs. And I suspect they're actually going to come out on our side. So this is my promise. If all of that lines up well, I suspect these candidates are all going to be freedom candidates by classification. And I suspect that these candidates are going to end up being put above the Liberal Party by the How to Vote card team. So, I mean, there's still time for this to change. If the Liberal Party end up going through and doing these captain's picks and running roughshod over the membership rights of the Liberal Party members, then I don't know. We might see the end of the Libs in New South Wales, and we might see some of these people get up. And so, look, I'm interested to see what happens. Vote in the poll. Let me know what you guys think in that. This is a lot of work. I don't think I'm going to be able to have a break over the summer. This always happens. This happened last year. If you remember last year, I tried taking a break for about 5 days, and the next thing I know, Old Parliament House was in flames. Now, I'm not saying that was my fault, but there are a lot of things that I didn't keep my ear to the ground on where we may have been able to stop that from happening. There's a lot of things that are happening over the summer now because of this, and I can't afford to take the time off. This is, there's always something. There's always something. So I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to keep looking at this. I'm going to see where this changes the chessboard for this election. If you're listening, there's almost 100 of you listening live right now. Give this a share, get it out there. It's a terrible day for me to be streaming this, but this is breaking news. This just came out this morning. And I know a lot of people are concerned about the story about the kid in New Zealand. I pray that the freedom fighters over there in New Zealand can actually make a change and actually do something. I mean, if it was me, I would literally be over there, like, with the family, giving them the mic, hearing their story and lobbying for them. But we've got some things coming around the corner in New South Wales, in Australia next year, and this is one of them. There's the voice to the parliament. Dominic Perrottet he came out this week on Wednesday, and he's supportive of the voice to the parliament, an idiotic corporate voice to the parliament, absolutely disgusting idea. It's basically a means for the government and for Canberra to subvert the constitution and never go to you guys for a referendum ever again. That's my opinion of where I see things going. It's a blank check for them to write the amount in that they want into the future. We've got significant challenges. And so this news out of the Liberal Party, for them to do captain's picks, I honestly thought they weren't this stupid. I actually thought they were going to learn from Victoria and the Liberal Party failing learn from the Nationals in Victoria and the Nationals federally, because they did quite well in the elections. They gained seats or held seats versus the Liberal Party who lost so many seats. But no, they've come out in support of the Voice in New South Wales, the Nationals in New South Wales, and the Nationals and the Nationals federally. They have different views on the Voice. Whereas the Coalition in New South Wales, they're basically in a situation where they're backing the voice of the Parliament. I mean, that's the moment they lost this election. All right. This isn't how my Saturdays usually go. This is breaking news that's happened. This Liberal Party civil war, I've been covering it a lot, especially since the federal election in May. This is going to go and rage over the summer. I can't take the time off. It's going to be raging in early next year as well. In January, it looks like that's the ultimatum Matt Camenzuli set. He said, if you guys don't pick the proper candidates that the membership want democratically, then we will launch these candidates as independents. And they'll win. I mean, look at what happened with Ian Cook. The man almost won. Like, if the Premier of Victoria, Dan Andrews, wasn't given the top spot, he would have lost his seat. That's my opinion. He got so many donkey votes, people numbering the ballot from top to bottom, and this is from Emily from Voice of Victoria. The man would have lost his seat. It's I've never heard of electric, some electric device picking the numbering on the ballot, but it's just ridiculous what's happened. And so New South Wales, we've got a big fight on our hands next year. And it's going to be, I'll tell you next year why, but it's going to be a big fight that a lot of other states are going to need to get in on as well. A lot of people from other states, because this is going to have repercussions for you as well. And you will understand when I explain next year, but I'm holding off on that for good reason. So look, give this a share, get it out there. Matthew Camenzuli, Godspeed. I hope that the Liberal Party listen to what you've got to say. I hope that they don't splinter and, collapse. I'm hoping that they go with the proper candidates. But if Dominic Perrottet and Matt Keane go through with this, they might just end up last on the how to vote cards for the Turning Point team. They might not like this. They don't like captain's picks. And if you think that we're not going to do that, the team won't do that. They did it federally. They put the 11 out of the 12 captain's picks lost, and a lot of them were put after Labor. We're better. We might as well have a Labor person than a captain's pick. That's what we're talking about here. And so, look, we'll see what happens. I'm going to end it there. You guys have a good day. I hope you have a great Saturday. I know there's a few protests happening today in support of China. I am looking to find more information about what's going on in New Zealand with that kid as well. But I will see you guys later. If you guys want to share this, thank you. Like it, leave me a comment, vote in the poll. And if you can donate to support me over summer, because I can't stop work, it's greatly appreciated. But I'll see you guys later.